Hello gang friends, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. This is part one of strawberries videos. There's 10 in total. We're going to do them in two parts, 5 each. So we've done a coat of Legacy, Madame Glam's Legacy, and cured it. Now we're going to take this Born Pretty red jelly, my favourite red jelly. Is it my only red jelly? Is that why it's my favourite maybe? I'm not sure. We pop some at the bottom and then we're using an ombre brush just to fade that up a bit. Don't worry about being super neat or perfect. We just want a bit of a sort of shadow. And then we cure that. We're taking green gel paint from Madame Glam and we're going to paint the, one of you told me it was called the Calyx. Is that right? C-A-L-Y-X. I think I'm still going to call it the hat or the leaves. It just seems, it's just nicer. Calyx is not a nice word. So we pop those on there, just little triangles they were. Now we've mixed white and yellow gel paints and we're going to do little seeds, just a tiny little touch and pull down a tiny bit. Almost like your hand's not moving, just the brush is bending down a little bit. You know, you're not pulling too much because then that happens. So we'll do those all over in a polka dot pattern. So this one is in between the two above and so on and so forth. Did you know, I'm sure you did, that you can get a whopping 30% off at Madame Glam using the link in the description and the code MISSJO30. All the things I use you can get money off at, so always check the description. So we've topped that. You can leave it like that if you like. Looks super cool. Or we're going to take McCart's rhinestone glue, money off, check the description. And we're going straight from the bottle. Tried doing it with a brush, didn't like it as much, wasn't getting as much volume, and didn't want to have to do 2 layers. So we're going straight from the bottle and we're just lining in between our seeds. So you want to make sure that you're doing the same amount of pressure as you're squeezing so that it's the same thickness all the way through. And I am flash curing each line before moving on to the next one. And then going across the other way, we want to go a little bit slower between the lines that are already there because we need the product to fall down into the gap. And then as we get to the top of the nail, I'm just sort of letting it wisp off. But what you could do round about here, here, is press down. So press the nozzle onto the nail and stop squeezing and then just pull away and that will end the line as well, you know? Does that make the sense? So we're adding those. Maybe I should have done my seeds in different places because I'm not sure I like the placement of this last line. But once we've done that, we're going to give it a full cure. And then on the hat, we're going to do a little bit like this and then cure it. So we want to fill it up so it sort of reaches the same level as all the bits we've done. But I tried to do it all in one go and it just kind of bled the bits where the little leafy bits are next to each other. They kind of bled into each other and it just looked like a bit of a blobby mess. So I'm going to flash cure each of those as well so we can get separate hat leaves. And that's that. That's the one that everyone was doing a while ago and me being, you know, at least 6 months behind a trend. Here's my version. It's very easy. Okay, but before we move on, I've got another 2 pieces from Jeulia Jewellery. They've sent me these pieces. I will put all the details for getting money off here. You get 15% off. In the description, I'll link all the products that all the pieces that I have shown you before. And a link to their website. So all the details will be in the description. Make sure you check them out. This I picked from their Mother's Day sort of link they sent me for their Mother's Day items. So my mum picked this out. It's you choose your birthstone, so you can have whichever birthstone you like. This is not her birthstone. This is not her children's birthstone. And I said, it's a Mother's Day one. You can get a name engraved on it, you know. Hint, Joanne. what name do you want? She went, I'll have my name. So it's been engraved, the little infinity. It's called the Jeulia Infinity Sterling Silver Bracelet with Birthstone. And then you can get it engraved. So she's got Jackie on there. I mean, why not get your own name to congratulate yourself on being a mother? So you can get the different lengths of the chains as well. I got the smallest one because she's a stick. I mean, she's a human person, but she's stick width. And then this is what I picked for me. Oh, wait until you see what's inside this. So it's a little angel wing heart locket. It's called the Jeulia Openable Angel Wings Heart Personalised Sterling Silver Photo Necklace. Super shiny, super perfect, and this is got little hearts around the sides. It's got little pegs that the wings clip into so they don't fall open all the time. And then look at this, I'm so excited. That's my G&G. That's Grandma and Grandpa, or Gigi and Gigi as Rosie calls them. That's them on their wedding day. Oh, have I got my fingerprint on it? So this is the picture I gave them to crop to have their faces in it. Grandma was a dressmaker. She made that dress. So that's my G&G, Liz and Vic, Bet and Vic, Elizabeth and Victor on their wedding day. Look at Grandpa looking all handsome in his suit. I know it's angel wing feathers, but they're still very much alive. They're in their 90s and they're still absolutely besotted with each other. But this necklace is so... Look how clear the picture is. I'm sure it's clearer than the actual picture. I don't know how they managed that. And then it's in the little closable wings, and that's like a proper thing over it. It's not, you know, the little thin sheets you get in lockets. It's not that. That is properly in there. I think this is such a nice gift for someone with a picture in. It's so pretty. I'm going to treasure it forever. I love it. It's got G&G in it. You should get it with G&G in it because they're just the best people on the planet. So they're just the two pieces that they have sent me. Thank you so much for sending them. I absolutely love them. Don't forget to check out all the details for everything in the description. Back to nail stuffs. We are taking a breath. Okay, calm yourself. This is royal pink. Cure it if you want. I mean, you really should. And then we're taking hard cur, and we're going to do 2 dots. We're going to make it into a heart. So just pull them together. We're making it into a heart, and then we're going to leave it relatively heart shaped as opposed to making it more strawberry shaped and softer, because we're doing a puffy thing. You know, puffy nails are kind of doing their rounds at the moment. So I'm going to leave the point sharp and the V between the humps at the top of the heart sharp, because when we make them puffy, that's going to soften anyway. So yeah, you can still make them soft edges, corners, V's, points if you want, but I left them sharp. And then we're taking the Macart rhinestone glue. We're going to mix a little bit of the same heart colour, the hard cur, and we're going to mix it together to create this much thicker version of it. So we're going to take a dollop, plonk it on there, and then work it over this heart shape. But we want to keep your brush high, like don't press down so that your brush touches the nail. Keep it in the gel because you want to keep the gel high, you know, so it's puffy. So we'll just wiggle that around, and then you see how it completely softens the heart, because you can't make a sharp point with a gel unless you file it after. But then I realised I've done my hearts too close together. It's going to be difficult to puff up in between them when we do the background. So maybe space your hearts further apart. So we'll work on that, making sure we keep it the product as elevated as possible. Maybe hang it upside down for a sec before you put it in the lamp if you want to. Hang it on a coat hanger. And then we'll do the same. Oh, I find myself hilarious. We'll do the same thing on the bottom one. So yeah, this video is in 2 parts. If I had them all 10 in one video, it was over an hour long, and I just thought I can't do that to anybody. It's too long. So the other one, I might get out today, like straight after this one. What do you think? Straight after this? Or the next day? Oh, I wish you could answer me. But have a look, because it might be on straight after this. If not, it will be the next day. But do keep an eye out, because there is another 5 straws coming your way very soon. So we've used vivid green gel paint to do the hat. And then we're going to use electric yellow to do the little seeds. And then again, we will cure that. And then we're going to mix the royal pink, so the background, with this rhinestone glue as well. And then we're going to fill in the background. However, because you want it to not self-level, you want to flash as you go, which is fine if you're doing little areas, you know, the little strawberry. But the background, to flash as we go, it's going to possibly pose an issue when we try and meet the 2 points, you know, the bit that we've already flashed and then the fresh bit that we're putting on. So I'm going to pop this on, keep it sort of up and puffy. Don't go right up to the strawberries. Leave a tiny little gap, maybe like a millimetre. I don't know what that is in Imperial, what a millimetre is in Imperial. Just learn the metric system, it makes more sense, okay? And then leave a millimetre. So I've flash cured that, and now I'm going to carry on doing the rest of it. And where it now meets the bit that's cured, get it puffy, and then you'll see I just try and wisp this bit here. So I'm just wisping this over the cured bit, so they don't have a join line, but the new bit doesn't sit on top of the cured bit, and then that area is higher than the rest of it. Yes. We do use Imperial over here as well, because, you know, my grandparents used Imperial, so my mum knew it because they used it, and I know it because my mum used it. We kind of use both, but metric does make way more sense. It's just, if you can count to 10, then you're good. So again, these bits where we're joining, I'm going to try and wisp over the join lines, meet them, and then wisp, and then try and get in between them. Oh, I was so annoyed at this point. I considered starting again, but this was already a second attempt at something. I'll show you the other one in a minute. It's f***ing hilarious. So we're going to file this now. Because the product we're filing is the pink, you know, we're not going to file off the pink because the whole thing is pink. But on a person, obviously you would avoid getting near the side walls. And you wouldn't need to file all the way up the sides because you wouldn't be able to anyway, because there's a finger in the way. Damn fingers. But the free edge, you might want to just neaten. Okay, look at this. This was my first idea for a puffy nail. If you're trying puffy for the first time, don't do something that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, that's got 10 tiny things in it that you have to work around. I got halfway through and was just cracking up at how ridiculous it was, but thought, let's carry on, shits and giggles, you know. But now we have this. This is much better. It looks like they're sitting in like a strawberry milkshake, doesn't it? That's quite cool. Kind of like it. Didn't think I would. So the next one, we're starting with a royal pink again. All the background pinks in this are all royal pink. And we've velvetized it. We've used Madame Glam Velvet Matte Top Coat to velvetize, like those hot chocolate machines, the velvetizers. Got one, tried it, nothing special really. Sent it back. Cleaned it, sent it back. We're doing a heart, so I used the T method. Do a T and then curve from the top, middle, out to the arm. But then I end up sort of just doing my own thing, not completely following it. I've sped this up because I do this on a few nails as the start, and this wasn't the first one I did, so I thought, we've seen this already, I'll speed it up. But you see how I softened out the curve where the heart makes a V at the top in the middle of the humps? I softened that out a bit and softened the bottom as well, so it wasn't a complete point. And we have cured it. I think I've half cured it. Have I? No, full cured. But half cure if you have gels that don't leave that much of a tacky layer. And then I'm taking this red holo glitter, and I'm going to quieten down because I think I'm shouting. And we're going, that's whispering, just be normal, please. We've poured the glitter over it. We're pressing it in firmly. And then lightly, I just showed you, I wasn't pressing down, rubbing this in. Just lightly rub over it. This is called burnishing. So now the glitter on the heart is one glitter thick, because they're not going to sit on top of each other. So they perfectly line up when you rub it all in and have this perfect one coat thickness of glitter. And then we've matted it again. And we're going to add this celestial green. Was it Celestial Jungle? How cool is this green? Love it. And we're going to do a hat. Don't like the way I do this hat. But just make sure that you bring one around the side of the straws like this. And then you can do whatever you want with the rest of the hat leaves. If you don't want to do a matte velvet coat on top of the pink before doing the red heart, and then another velvet on top of the glitter, because that's 2 extra coats, before you do the red heart to begin with, you can just wipe and buff the nail and then add the glitter. Then do the heart and add the glitter. Just saves doing an extra layer, just because we just wanted to make sure that the glitter only stuck to the heart and not the whole nail. So now we'll cure that, and we're taking this green holo glitter and we're going to cover that and then burnish that as well. I wanted to do a whole bunch of strawberries. I had so many ideas for ways to do strawberries. Some of them are inspired by, and I put that on the screen, or is it just one? It's 2, I think. But I have so many more ideas for strawberries. But I got to 10 and thought, that will do, Joseph, calm the fuck down. So I thought, let's do one that's completely glittery. The next video, we've got one where the red and the green and the seeds are all chrome. That's a really nice one. That's in the next video, I think. So we burnished that and we'll dust off. And then we're taking yellow gel paint, not electric yellow, just yellow. And we'll do the seeds. I suppose you could cure those and glitter those if you wanted, but they're so tiny. I just thought we'll leave them as is. And add our little seeds in our polka dot manner. How is everyone? You all okay? I love reading your comments. I know I'm rubbish at replying, but I do sit in bed and just have a good read through. So do come and say hello. Let me know what you're up to. And a few of you do let me know what you're up to, and I love it. I'm like, oh, look at you. I know what you're up to. I'm just nosy. So now we're topping it. Realised as soon as I topped it, I don't want the background shiny, so I had to wipe away. Because if I'd have wiped it off, I might have wiped off some of the green glitter, because that hadn't been topped. So I had to wipe around the strawberry, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. So just top the strawberry, unless you want it all shiny. Okay. Cozy Weather, which does have a Z on Madame Glam, but I use an S because it's an S over here. And look at the zhuzh. We're bringing out the zhuzh. Ah, oh, so good. This is a Madame Glam magnet as well. Oh, holy mother effing G. Something amazing happened. I'll tell you later. No, I'll tell you in the next video to make you come to the next video. So look at that. We've got this glow. It's gorgeous. Then we're going to take the red jelly again. You can get 22% off at Born Pretty. Oh, that worked out well, Joseph. This is inspired by Daily Charm. Got my little writings overlapping. So now look at this, look at this. Ooh, you could use a silver Cateye underneath if you wanted, but I thought pink, you know, pink is closer to red. And then you have this amazing glow. I'm obsessed with this one. So I'm using that mix of yellow and white gel paints here to do the little dashes. What brush is that? That's the Ball Pit Nails Twice as Nice. And then we're just going to keep it simple, just those. And then we're going to use Teflon Matte from Votino, which we'll get in the next video. I had a major issue with, so I'll tell you about it then. And now we're using the Vivid Green gel paint again to add the little hat. Oh, something so cool happened. I mean, it's cool for me, but I think you might find it cool as well. And we're going to add we're not going to do sort of as natural. We're not going to do natural. None of them look natural. But, you know, odd, naturalish looking green bits. We're going to do sort of symmetrical, perfect V green bits. And the reason we've used Teflon matte is because we're going to chrome this. So we just wanted to stick to that. We don't want to stick to anything else. You might be able to get that effect with normal mattes, you know, chromey, but sometimes it can stick to them a bit and it's a real pain to wipe off around small areas. But you could maybe top it and then buff it and then add this if you don't have a Teflon matte. Yes, you can do that. Top, buff, or just buff, but you don't want to buff off your seeds. Maybe do the green bit before the seeds, you know? That's a green chrome from Vetsy. Yeah, you could do your red Cateye thing, wipe it, buff it, do your green chrome, and then add the seeds if you want to not use it. Oh, look at that. That's my favourite. Look. Holy moly. Cateyes, you just can't beat them. The next one is... I don't know. I really don't know. We'll have to see how far we get and then I'll recognise it. We're using Grand Canyon and we're going to do another heart in the middle. I really don't know what we're going to do to this. Oh, and then ping, it's ready. Because we've already seen a slow one in the next video. You remember? You saw it in the future. Oh, yeah. So we cured that. We softened out the V between the heart humps. And we're using the rhinestone glue, and this is the petal brush from Mallow Glam, which is really good for covering big spaces. It's not really big, it's tiny, but big in the nail world. And we're taking these red crystals and we're just going to cover our strawberry with it. In the next video, I'm going to show you all of them at the end, so you'll see which ones are in the next video at the end. This one where I do a sequin one. Oh my word, it was a labour of love, but it looks so cool. So we'll cover this in rhinestones. No, we used rhinestone glue. Let's call them crystals, but I think they're from Shein, so probably rhinestones. And this, I'm not sure how I feel about this one, because I think the leaves I do are too big. And then before we're curing, so the rhinestone glue is still wet. We're going to push some gold caviar beads, try and get them in a polka dot pattern again, in between some of the crystals, and then we can cure. Beg your pardon. Now we're taking these green crystals. They're too big. They're too big. It kind of ruins it, and I don't think my strawberry's long enough in the body. So it could be a cherry or a tomato, which is not as cute as a strawberry, is it? Tomato nails. So we'll plunk these on as leaves. Try not to wiggle them around too much because I didn't want to smush the rhinestone gel onto the matte area, because we want it to stay matte. And there was a gap. Plunked a little circle in there and quite liked the way that one was wonky and one wasn't. And then we're just going to cure it. And that's that. It doesn't look very good on screen, but it looks really sparkly in real life. So you'll just have to take my word for it. But that's quite cute, isn't it? That's quite cute. Maybe I needed smaller crystals for the beads. But there you go. Oh, we're done. Okay. So this is all 10. So the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one are all from this video. And then look at the fifth one. Oh, that's going to be in the next video. Look. And the next one's in the next video. And then the next one is the Cateye, which is in this video. And then the next two are in the next three are in the next video. But I didn't film doing just wiggling 5 of them. So we're seeing them all. Little sneak peek. A little sneak full-on look at, close-up view. Let me know which one is your favourite from today. Let me know if you're going to be around to see the next video as well. Will it be later today or tomorrow? I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But check my channel now. Because if it's the same day, I'll do it however long this video is after this video goes live. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so, so much. Come say hello and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Leave me a strawberry emoji if you're still here. If you are, thank you.